Hello, good people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emma Kerubo. For those ones who are new here, kindly ensure that you subscribe and share the link to as many people as possible so that they can be able to do the same, so that we get to learn together. Today, I picked a very crucial topic that I want to talk about. It's very sensitive. It's something that I've been wanting to talk about for a very long time, but I haven't been able to. For once being able to do this, it's such a relief. I haven't been able to do that because maybe I had fear of the unknown, and then I also didn't have a platform where I would do so. So now that I have this channel, I figured, why wouldn't I do this just once and for all? So today I wanted us to talk about raising a child with special needs. Raising a child with special needs. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a healthcare service provider. So you're probably wondering why I would like pick on such a topic. Well, I'm a mother to a special needs child. My son was diagnosed with mild autism some years back when he was around 2.5 years. And I remember it was the most difficult time of my life. I remember I cried myself out, and I remember every day after that, I'll cry myself to sleep. I almost lost it. Honestly, I almost had a mental breakdown. And this being that because I didn't even want to talk about it with anyone else, I didn't want to share it. I was so afraid of the judgment and all the criticism that will come with it. So I kept quiet and I had to deal with it alone. I harbored a lot inside and it almost killed me. I remember that moment wishing that someone would have just told me early enough what one needs to do when they find themselves in such a situation. I mean, what is a parent supposed to do when they are told that you have a child with special needs, and you're probably going to be able to take care of this child for the rest of their lives, knowing that they will always have these special needs. So that's why I wanted us to talk about this topic. And I don't have all the information that comes with it, but ever since I discovered about my child's condition, I started developing interest in special needs children. I will do research, intense and thorough research. I will do wide research about them. And I came to notice that before I was told that my child was a special needs child, I wouldn't care how children will be talked about in the society and all that. Every topic that had to be done about children was really none of my business. And immediately after I noticed that I had a child with special needs, I became alert, I became awake, and I became more sensitive about topics that had to do with children. You can bear me witness, we do have several discussions about children, but those discussions are basically based around the normal child, around the regular child. Most of the discussions we do, we leave the special needs children out. We completely ignore them, or we just figure out that they are not as important, which I feel is not really fair. These children have to live in a society where the normal child is also surviving. These children have to survive in an environment where they have to encounter challenges from day to day, just like the regular child. So I feel like they need to be included in every topic that takes place around children, the development and all that. The school activities, we've seen children with special needs who are left behind whenever it comes to school trips. the school feels like it can't carry the children along because they're going to be a baggage or something of the sort. And it's really sad and so unfortunate when you see a child going through that. And especially when you're a parent to such a child, it breaks your heart into a million pieces. And you wish people had the information you had and people knew what you knew. So today, that is why I decided, can we share? We have to share about this. We have to talk about this. We have to let people know that these children with special needs are are just children, like just like any other child. They need love, they need care, they need all that a child needs to blossom into a beautiful human being. So one thing I wanted to talk about to parents with special needs children is acceptance. As much as it seems the most difficult thing one will ever do, because trust me, you just don't wake up one day and then you're like, well, my child is a special needs child, I'm okay with it, let it be, life is gonna go on as usual. No, 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 no. It's the most difficult thing that can ever happen to any parent. You just don't wake up and you accept that you're a parent to a special needs child. Every day it is a struggle, it is a fight, and every day you feel like it's killing you. So I want to talk to parents with special needs children. First, accept. It is the most difficult thing you have to do, but it's the most beautiful and fulfilling thing that you can ever do for your child. To accept that a child is a special needs child, and then try to look for ways to love that child for who he really is, and not for who he is not. Once you accept that you have a special needs child, you'll go out of your way to do whatever it takes to bring out the best in that child. You'll go out of your way to be the best parent that child can have. Because the moment we keep living in self-denial, the moment we are punishing our children, the moment we keep living in self-denial, the moment that is the moment we keep missing those crucial things that are happening in our children's life. Some conditions can be rectified earlier in life, but once you're so ignorant, once you're living in self-denial, you can't be able to help your child. You can't be able to seek medical attention early enough for your child so that your child can get the help they need. So please, I know it's the difficult thing anyone has got to do, but accept and try to move on, because by accepting you get the peace to deal with it. By accepting you get the strength to carry on no matter how hard it seems. Once you accept, then you try to find out what condition your child is suffering from, and then you go out of your way to even advocate for that child. Trust me, there are so many people who don't know what goes around with special needs children. So many ignorant people out there who judge so harshly. Every time they see you with your child and your child is throwing tantrums all over, all they have to say is, that parent is, the parenting skills are really wanting. That parent, I mean, that child is so big. Why is it that she's so stubborn, throwing things all over and shouting? Why can't that parent do something? There are parents out there, there are people out there who point fingers at your child and wonder, and they're wondering, why is their child 2 years old and they can't even walk? Why is it that they can't even crawl? My child is 1 year old and my child can walk and run around the house playfully, but why is it that her child is always seated at the same place? There are so many people who judge so harshly. So if we don't get to accept that we have a special needs child, we can be able to advocate for that child and let those people out there know that this child is very special in their own way, And there is a reason they are the way they are. Something else I wanted to talk about was fostering independence. Parents, please ensure that your child learns to do some activities independently. These can be simple tasks such as dressing themselves, feeding themselves, toileting. Try to teach them. Be consistent, because consistency helps. It did help with my son. Teach them today, do it again tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, keep doing it time and again. Eventually they get to get the whole idea. They get to know the whole idea as the norm, and they get to do it by themselves. Let them do this, because trust me, it goes a long way, even in building their life skills. Let them know that at some point in life, all they'll ever have is themselves. You may never be there for the rest of their lives, so they get to know how to do some of these things. Another thing is, let them play. There's nothing as therapeutical as playing. Let them interact with other children. Do not be afraid. Can you get out of your comfort zone, please? Let your child go out there, interact with other children, get to learn from them, because there are things your child, as much as you stay with your child, they may never learn those things from you. But the moment they start associating with other children, they'll get to know those things. They'll get to learn some skills from their peers, of which they wouldn't have been able to learn from you. It is very, very satisfying to let your child play out there with other people, because they got to know that apart from their own world, another wide world exists out there. Let them know how to communicate with others. Last but not least, to the regular parents out there, please be kind. Be kind, please, because you may never know the kind of parent you're encountering out there. So before you get so quick to judge and to throw accusing fingers and eyes at a parent because their child maybe threw some tantrums, or their child behaved in a mannerism that was not acceptable, get to know the whole story first before you start being so judgmental. There are also some simple gestures, just as trying to lend an helping hand. These parents, some of them, they don't even get a break. They are so occupied. They are on their toes throughout the day. They even have no time for themselves. They have no time to go shopping. They have no time to do their hair. So such a simple gesture as telling the parent, kindly, can I have your child for a few minutes as you go out to make your hair or to do your shopping and something like that, it goes a long way. Maybe you're traveling and you've reached a point you have to help yourself, but you can't go inside the toilet because you can't go with your special needs child, and you're wondering what to do because you can't leave them out either. Others may even disappear. Trust me, it does happen. Be that parent who lends a hand to such a parent. Let them feel like they're acceptable, that their child is acceptable. Lend a hand. Help out with the child while they help themselves, please. I hope you've enjoyed my video, and I hope you've all subscribed for more videos. So until next time, be a blessing to someone else. And this is what I keep saying. Being a parent to a special needs child is the most precious thing. It is a gift. Be blessed.